Hey, welcome back to Big Board. So today, doing something a little bit different. What I thought I'd like to do is show you some images from some gameplay of a title that I'd not really heard of before or played before. And I was invited to play by Mark Walker along with two or three other YouTubers with, Mo and Nate and some folks. And so we got together online and used the tabletop simulator to play this game called La Resistance. Now, surprisingly, you may not know this, but there are some games that aren't hex encounter that I actually enjoy and enjoy playing. And so part of the commentary, before we got started was, I didn't realize you would play a game like this, right? Well, what you might not know is, for instance, I love Secret Hitler, right? Secret Hitler is a cool game that I have played a lot with my kids and even got my wife to play it. She enjoys seeing how well her children lie. So we can do that. We can do filler games and casual games and stuff like that. I'm not 999% hardcore hex encounter. So this game for me feels an interesting little bucket, but let's have a look at it first and kind of talk through how it all works and all this sort of stuff. And I'm sharing my screen, so I can't really see if I'm waving my hands around too much or all the rest of it, but we'll kind of deal with it there. Hey, I got some folks coming in. Yeah, kind of I'm surprised you're actually here because I made the broadcast private. This was supposed to be just a recording, but now that you're here, join in. So what we're going to do is I'm going to rotate this left, and then I'm going to hopefully open up this image and we'll have a look at it. And we'll talk through this game just a little bit and kind of go from there. So La Resistance. Now, actually, before we do that, let me just go to the website for La Resistance, and I probably need to do this. I make it a bit bigger. Is that better? So here's the website, right? I think it's available now. It's $18, right? It's got some tokens and some dice and some cards and a nice map, or board, I should say. It's not really a map. And it's $18. I don't know. I haven't clicked the buy card yet to actually own it. So I think there was a Kickstarter for it. I think it did pretty well. It's from Flying Pig Games, Mark Walker's company. So anyway, that's that. You can go check it out there and work it out for yourself. They've got this little promo video, which I thought was pretty cool, but we might have a look at that later, right? I don't know if it's, I haven't watched the whole thing. But what I wanted to do was focus on the gameplay that I experienced and give you a feel for what goes on. Each person, now this is not a character card, but each person gets a, hey, Blue Tweezers and Tony and Peter and gang. Each person gets a character card that has a special ability, and you track your glory and the number of resistance fighters that are playing with you or fighting with you. So at the opening turn, you're going to have this, I'm trying to talk and open things at the same time, which is always a challenge for me. So let's just open all these pictures up and then we'll go through it. Unfortunately, I can't select all of them and open it with this app. It's defaulted to my editing app, and we don't want to look at them in that because that's a little bit of a complicated mess. Bear with me here while I do this. All right, so now I can minimize this, and let's find. So here's a great example of a character card. So Landre here, or whatever his name is, right? He's got 4 recruits and at this point 12 glory points. And that would mean he won the game actually, right? If he got 12 glory points. But if we go back, so that's what a character card looks like. And then there are these missions that are laid out in the middle here, these 5, well, it's actually usually 3 missions at a time placed on the board, and then an event card over here on the right-hand side. And so you get these missions that you have to complete. And you complete them very simply, and this is why this is a great casual game, right? Very simply by rolling some dice. And you've got to match the numbers on these dice. So here you've got a black 5 and a white 5. The white 5 has to be an exact match. So you have to roll a 5 to make it. But for instance, over here, 3, I could use a 2 or a 1, and then combine the dice to make the fit. Now, all the matches that you end up making, you will garner the success for that. It might be additional glory, or it might be I cut off that there, or additional recruits, resistance fighters, but if you don't complete all of the missions, you lose what's on here. So in this case, with fighting the tiger tank, you would lose, let's see that, yeah, three resistance fighters. Now, once you get down to 1 resistance fighter, or 0, I guess, you're out of the game. You're dead. Your faction or your group of resistance fighters is gone. So you're thinking, okay, well, all I got to do is just do this, right, and roll dice and match up things. But everyone else is trying to gain all the glory as well, get those 12 glory points and win. And so it's pretty nifty that there's actually now this is rotated around the wrong way. Let's see if we can do this. Yeah, so there's some different missions that you can see there. But you're all competing with each other to gain the most glory and beat the Germans. And it's the last man standing, or the guy that gets to 12 glory points first wins. And then what happens is, while you're playing this, which is where the fun comes in, is you want to make sure that someone else is not getting too far ahead, right? That typical thing. And you can you can steal glory points from them, steal recruits from them. You get these cards that I had a great card. That's an event. Can I see it? Oh, here it is. Here, this one. This card was awesome. So I played this right at the end. Brutality. So that makes someone lose 3 glory points. So right at the very end of the game, it came around to me, and I had to clean up 2 of the 3 missions that were out. And but right as I did that, I think I played this brutality card against Mo, because he had 11 glory points and I dropped him down 3. And then I also put this incremental mission on the board that would just make it that much harder for everybody to try and win as well. And so I ended up actually winning the first game that I played of this, which funnily enough happens a lot when I play these casual games. I win the first time I play, and then I never win again. So it was a lot of fun. There was a lot of backstabbing. There was a lot of smack talking. It's a good casual. I can imagine playing, sort of deep, crunchy OCS / OST, all that fun stuff all day, and then in the evening pull this out and relax a little bit and have a beer or whatever, or a Coke, and roll these dice around and just see who's going to screw who over, right? So I enjoyed this a lot. I'm just looking for some of the other pictures here to give you. Here's another mission where we had to take out the Panzer Grenadiers. And there's a nice historical theme to it all. And if you look at them, you can't really see the board because I didn't get a good shot, I don't think, of the board here. Let's see. I don't think so. Let's type through these guys. Here we go. Here's the board. So it's got this dark clouds and all this sort of stuff, and these things, these cards you put down, and I think it's up to 5 or 6 players at a time, so you can play this with your buddies. Now there's a nice little mechanic also, that when you roll 6s, you get extra dice, and so if you roll a 6, you get a blue die. So for every 6 you roll, you're going to get an extra blue die. You get to roll that, and you get to use that number to help you fight the Germans. But if you roll a 1, bad things happen. You lose a resistance fighter. So you got to be careful there. That's an interesting little mechanic that everyone went for it, because you just kind of roll with the punches, unless you're way down on your resistance fighters, like this guy over here. He's down to 4, and so you might want to almost try and take him out of the game. And once you get down to 1 or 2 1 or 2 resistance fighters, that's then going to change the way you actually engage with the game, because now you're not trying to get glory points. You're not trying to win these glory points over here anymore. Now you're thinking, well, I need to kill this dude, the German, let me get rid of this. I need to get rid of this German dude here because I'm going to lose a resistance fighter if I don't. And I need to get rid of this one as well because I'll lose 2 here, and that would be 3, and I'd be out of the game. And I can't go trying to get the glory point. So I found it to be a fun, fast-playing, light, casual game with a war theme, military theme, history theme attached to it that I thought was pretty nifty. So I'm going to do this now. Let's go back to here, and then I can bring this over here and see what you guys are up to and saying. So anyway, there we go. So I just wanted to give everyone a quick little look at that, and you could see whether you thought it was good, bad, or indifferent. Check it out on Flying Pig Games, and it's either on sale or that's the pre-order price, and you can make your own mind up about it and go for it from there. So just a quick little look. Didn't want to spend a lot of time on it. I was taking a little break from goofing around from work. And Tony, yeah, it could almost be War Game of the Year. Not quite as popular as U-Boat or U-Boot or whatever they want to call it. All right, I'll talk to you guys later. Ciao.